this is what I learned. If hurting me, speaking of me, if hurting me does not hurt you, you don't love me, you're using me.
Good afternoon, butterflies. This is the Awakened Butterfly, and I am back with another video. This is your first time coming across my channel. Please stay for the entire video. And if you enjoy the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Guys, I apologize for my voice. I have been sick for a couple of days. It seemed like I came down with a bad cold, bad head cold. My head was hurting. I had a stuffy nose. I wasn't feeling too well, and that's the reason for my voice sounding like this. I really apologize. But, guys, I didn't want to let anything stop me from making this video today. I have been noticing some things taking place, and on a spiritual level, this is the right time to get close to God, because some things are about to get crazy. I have been receiving many signs from the Most High that some things are about to get crazy, and I'm pretty sure you guys have too. You can really tell through the way a lot of people are behaving in society. I'm going to start this video off. And before I do, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my credible sources. Shout out to openbiblinfo.com, chrisreese.com, navigatingreligiousnarcissism.com, and I think I already said openbiblinfo.com. Yes, thank you guys so much for your credible information sources. Thank you guys so much. I want to start this video off with a Bible verse. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. If you're feeling heavy persecution right now, this video is for you. If you're feeling drained and taken advantage of by some people that you are feeling close to, some people, and the reason why I said are feeling close to, because you may have thought that they felt the same way you did. And guys, I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, because there's a lot going on in this world. I'm talking about anybody. It's that serious. This is not a relationship video. This is a in general video, meaning relationships as well. Do you feel that you're being ignored or attacked when you attempt to speak the truth when something isn't right? Or just to even just tell the truth because you love someone and you feel that they should know it because it will help them as a person, will help them grow as a person. And you too, at the same time that you're able to give constructive criticism, which that's what a lot of people call the truth, you're not afraid to receive it as well. You may be feeling like people around you aren't moving the same, and this is because they're not. It sort of feels systematic, different people, same patterns and cycles of evil behavior. That pretty much sums up how I've been feeling about things lately. And a lot of, people that just to see how different people move. Especially when you see it on social media, it just lets you know from your standpoint and from your own personal experiences. And then when you see it going on, from social media point of view and television, it lets you know that it's a worldwide thing. You're not the only one. As well as people around you. When you're in the presence of these type of people, it feels like a game is being played with your mind. It seems like no one is genuine anymore. It seems like when you're trying to be genuine with someone, you're trying to figure out if they're being genuine with you. It's like you're spending more time trying to find out someone's intentions instead of getting to know who they are anymore, because it seems like everyone's being so deceitful. Everyone's being so evil. When I say everyone, guys, I'm not talking about everyone. I just mean, in general, it seems like the mass majority of what you see is iniquity and violence. And some people may even try and silence you by saying you're being negative when you speak on these things. No, you're just shedding light on it because other people are pretending not to see it. The number one thing that seems to happen when you're in the presence of these people, this mind game, is the pattern. They show you their shady side, you call it out, they become defensive and angry, and then it's the repeating cycle again. And people are literally trying to bully others into submission, to control them, to silence them, to break them down. People literally want to hurt you nowadays, and they don't want you to say anything about it. That's nowhere near normal. They show obvious signs of wanting to dominate and control others for their own reasons and advantages. It seems that things that, I think the reason why a lot of things are so shocking to us now is because the things that we used to have to scramble so hard to find out is right there in our faces. You don't have to look for it anymore. A person doesn't have to wonder how a person is anymore. They're telling you. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to wonder if someone has bad intentions for you, if they like you. They're letting you know through their actions. But the thing is, they're not going to admit it out of their mouth. And if they do, they're going to come back and change it as quick as the next day, like something never happened. Like, it's really draining when you have to deal with people like that. And I'm going to tell you why you're seeing a lot of narcissism take place on this planet right now. Now, for any of you that may have experienced narcissism in your life, whether it was from a family member, friend, a love interest, or a co-worker, etc., you know that the outlandish behavior that you experienced was not far-fetched at all. Meaning, what you saw really did happen. And it feels like adult bullying. The abuse and mind games that narcissists play, it lets you know that through their actions, something dark is taking place. Especially after you understand the planning and scheming, the great lengths that this person has gone through in order to play the games that they play on people. And they go through all of this wicked planning only to get exposed. And they may not get exposed right then, but whenever they do get exposed, they may become extremely angry. And this creates a cycle of confusion for their victim, the person that they're preying upon, the person that their life that they're trying to make miserable, because they become angry once they're found out, and then they begin to use these gaslighting tactics that leaves the other person feeling confused, and they may even often blame themselves. And that's normal too, because that usually happens around the beginning stage of your relationship with that person. And it can go on for years. It can be a family member. It can be someone that you're so close to that you've just taken so many things off of them for so many years. You let them talk crazy to you. You laugh it off. And then the people around you, they laugh it off as well. But they're looking, they're looking like, when are you going to say something? But they're laughing at you as well. And it's getting to the point where people are standing up for themselves, and they're putting the narcissist in their place. And it makes that's why you're seeing all of this outlandish behavior coming from, a narcissistic person, because they're losing their control. And guys, I've just been noticing this a lot, and that's why I touched topic on this today. Honestly, it seems that no one wants to take accountability. If the victim of the narcissist behavior doesn't discard the narcissist, they will find themselves being controlled by them. So when you're dealing with a narcissist and you're very nice and caring, and those are usually people that they prey upon, if the person doesn't recognize who they're dealing with right out the back, and they get very in deep with this person, form a relationship, if it's a love interest or or friends, they could become roommates, or they could move in with each other. Things can get deep to the point to where you don't realize what's going on until it's too late. Now they're actually in your life. They're in your space, they're in your life. You're actually connected to this person. When this happens, you usually see a person, you have the narcissist, they're very mean and controlling. And then you have the other person that, they're doing and following, everything that they're telling them to do. They're trying to meet all of their likings, all of their opinions. They're even following all of the narcissist suggestions, all of this to satisfy them in hopes of gaining a stronger relationship with them. Now, on the flip side, the narcissist is having this person to do all of these things to feed their ego, so they can gain. It makes them feel a higher sense of importance. And due to the violent nature of the narcissist, many have been afraid to speak up for themselves, afraid that this person, is going to reject them, afraid that this person will blow up on them in some kind of way. They just don't want to get on that person's bad side. And I used to wonder if there was something more sinister behind the dark behaviors of the narcissist. And what I mean, guys, not just the behavior, it's just their overall way of thinking. How they plan their tactics against people, how they study people in order to figure out how they can manipulate, harm, and control others. It's just overall seems like an evil way of thinking. You have to be a very malicious person to sit back and plan on how you're going to hurt someone, how you're going to use, abuse, and manipulate someone. It's evil. Their overall way of thinking, it makes you wonder what kind of spirit they're carrying, period. And that's what raised the question to another one of the overall purposes of this video. Are narcissists demonically possessed? Now we're going to go to a couple of Bible scriptures and see how the Most High feels about narcissism. Okay. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 12. Before destruction, a man's heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor. The narcissist will never admit to their wrongdoings. They would rather bask in iniquity and throw, and blame others for why they're doing it before they actually take accountability and apologize and change their ways. And it's really sad. Romans chapter 16, verses 17 through 19 says, I appeal to you, brothers, to watch out for those who cause divisions and create obstacles contrary to the doctrine that you have been taught. Avoid them, for such persons do not serve our Lord Christ but their own appetites, and by smooth talk and flattery they deceive the hearts of the naive. For your obedience is known to all, so that I rejoice over you. But I want you to be wise as to what is good and innocent, as to what is evil. So the Lord is speaking on this. He is talking about the narcissist. He talks about the division that that they cause, the obstacles that they, the mind games that they play. And it said, but to serve their own appetites. How the narcissists do things for their own selfish reasons. How they manipulate. As when the Most High said, and by smooth talk and flattery they deceive the hearts of the naive. The empathetic person, the empath. The nurturing, caring, sweet people that are sometimes gullible and naive to what's going on around them. They are usually the narcissist's main source of prey. It's not a usually to it. They are the main source of prey. They're the easiest one to manipulate and control. And anyone with a good heart has been a victim to narcissism. I know I have. And I'm pretty sure you guys have as well. When I was younger, I used to be very naive and gullible. And I used to want people to like me, and I wanted to like people. I just wanted to have peace with people, and, I didn't want problems with people. But when I realized that didn't mean anything, it wouldn't stop people from wanting to have problems with me, it really opened my eyes to a lot of things. Thanks to the Most High, of course. And I really appreciate God for that, because had not He opened my eyes, there's no telling. Because I was around some very treacherous people. Despite the diabolical behavior of the narcissist, guys, deep down they hold a sense of guilt and shame, and that they mask and avoid. And how do they do that? By gaslighting and manipulating you. This makes room for evil spirits to take over. When they do this, they open the door for evil spirits to take over, because in order for them to mask and avoid that shame and guilt, they have to come up with manipulation tactics. They have to come up with ways to blame others for their actions. That takes a lot of malicious thinking. And that's what opens the doors for those demonic spirits to come in. Because as we all know, Satan targets the mind. And if he can't get into your mind, if he can get into your mind, he now has access to every area of your life. this gives him an opportunity to cause chaos in your life and possibly to everyone around you, because that's his plan to kill, steal, and destroy us. He's never our friend. Never. He's a mastermind. He is behind all the negative thoughts that run through our mind. You know, like sometimes when you're trying to pray, you hear all of these distracting thoughts flood your mind. That's Satan trying to stop you from praying. The reason it feels so weird, especially nowadays, it's like the Most High is letting us spiritually feel things. You know, when certain people come around, you can feel weird vibes. You know, it's like a lot of our spiritual senses are getting stronger. And the reason it feels so weird when you have an encounter with people like narcissists, especially an unfortunate one, you know, when they're displaying, you know, violent behavior or having a temper tantrum, it's just because they are being heavily influenced by demonic spirits. This is what's heavily influencing them to do the things that they're doing. Proverbs chapter 22, chapter 22 verses 24 through 25 says, "Make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare." The Most High doesn't even want us associating ourselves with people who cannot control their emotions. Satan uses these people to carry out his wicked deeds. He uses the narcissist to carry out his deeds. For example, blocking your discernment, tricking you into believing that as a godly person, it is your responsibility to fix all the problems in the relationship, no matter what type of relationship, family, friend, partner, it doesn't matter. And this is because through their childhood upbringings, you know, also with the influencing of these wicked spirits, their mind is indoctrinated to believe that even after they display this outlandish temper tantrums, you know, this behavior towards you and destroy things, you know, as well as belittle the people they claim to love, that you're supposed to still have a relationship with them. And guys, I'm going to play a couple of video clips. And these video clips, I'm going to go ahead and forewarn you, they do display some slight violent behavior and derogatory language, which you guys know that I don't use on this channel. So I just wanted to give you guys some viewer discretion before I play these clips, but I'm going to play these clips, guys, for you, and I'll be right back.
Janquel. He wanted me in jail, y'all. Trying to build me for the money. Money costs you a lot of stuff. This is my city. I'm from Bastrop. This ain't Baton Rouge. He tried to get me arrested in my own city. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Hey, bad boys, what you gonna do? No, he called the police and he called the ambulance, not me. We was finna get a room, but it didn't turn out the way he wanted to. He like Martin in the Ring. I got that night, shadow light, boo boo. He said, "You going to jail this time." You Maddie? You mad? You got too much anger built. You so beautiful. He read it. Did a lot to him. Shit, I'm being, I guess. I'm gonna pay for it though. God got me. He gonna get me. He gonna punish me. That one my place to hit him. He hit me. Cause I don't know nobody that'll sit there and let you fucking bite on them, hit on them, sleep in a car with you, sleep at different folks' house with you. He just got a mouth. I feel like he was a little bit more mature. He'll be okay. See, we both had a mouth on us. We both fucked up. See, me, I'm gonna say whatever comes to this mind. But it's
from me.
Hug me.
Get away from me. God.
Yeah? Yeah. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm back, guys. As you can see in the clips that I just showed you guys, you did see the actions of a narcissist when they're behaving violently. And in one of those clips, you heard the guy say along the lines, sort of like, look what you made me do. I don't think he said it in those exact words, but he was kind of blaming his significant other for his violent behavior. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. It doesn't just have to be in physical form. It can be different, things that a narcissist can do to you that is very hurtful. It's very draining. It's very confusing, to the point to where you can't help but wonder why they're doing this, because you're not doing anything to deserve it. But at the same time, you're analyzing the things that they have blamed you for, because you just want to make sure. This is the mind game. This is the mental burden that they've placed into your mind. You don't have to ever analyze what a person has done to you when you know that you haven't done anything to deserve it, especially to that level. Narcissists always take things to another level. It can be a minor disagreement and they will turn it into a very violent situation. They have no control over their emotions and they take everything as an argument. So for anyone who thinks that they could possibly reason with a narcissist by having a sensible adult conversation, think again. There are most definitely demonic spirits that operate behind the narcissist, and I'm about to discuss those spirits with you guys right now. The first one is the spirit of witchcraft. And witchcraft just doesn't operate through things like black magic, white magic, and voodoo. It also operates through the spirit of rebellion and manipulation, which are a lot of the characteristics that are heavily associated with a narcissistic person. And the Jezebel spirit is also associated with a narcissist as well. The Jezebel spirit is usually activated heavily in a narcissist when they're looking for a new supply. And this is because they have to continuously have new sources of supply to make them feel a heavy sense of importance, to give them different options just in case, one supply isn't available or another supply finds out who they really are. And sometimes they may come off as a very promiscuous person. And they also carry the spirit of envy. They operate off of the spirit of envy. This is where the competition comes from. This is where the jealousy comes from. And the anger. This is what causes the outlandish behavior. Being dissatisfied with their victim also causes the spirit of envy to take over, as well as their sense of entitlement. The third spirit is the spirit of control. Now, through this spirit, they aim to control everything about you, as well as their image and the entire narrative. They want to be control over everything. They will take everything from you and display it to other people as their own idea, as their own image. This is because they don't know how to develop these things of their own. It's like, I hate to say this, but it's kind of like they carry an empty soul and they feed off of the spirits of caring people. Because narcissists do not care. Because if they did, they would not do the evil things that they do and make excuses for it. You have to think about this, guys. And I'm not trying to be, it is what it is. You have to be a very evil person to do something to someone and to feel that you don't have to apologize. And you come up with all these lame reasons that don't match. The narcissist's reasons for what they do never matches their actions. They play games with your mind and emotions in order to maintain that control as well. They also operate through the spirit of deception and pride. Let's face it, narcissists are habitual liars. They rarely tell the truth, and they get mad when you don't trust them. They also avoid the truth. So for someone who avoids the truth a lot, and they do a lot of gaslighting and manipulating, you should automatically know that the truth is not lurking around anywhere in this person. And the blame shifting, that's all a part of pride and not wanting to take accountability. And the sad part is, I really do feel like a lot of the times narcissists really do feel like they're not the problem and everyone else around them is the problem. Regardless of how they act, regardless of how they treat people, they feel that it's always a good reason for it. And the way that they treat people is usually terrible. They also operate through religious bonding. The evil spirits from religious bonding, such as being a part of occult groups and organizations. They also give false prophecies and false accusations. They make false accusations. They will make you feel, they will say something and try and make you believe it, and they will get mad at you because you won't believe it. It's just really weird, guys. I think a lot of people don't stress the actions of a narcissist enough. because it's so demonic to me. It is so demonic to me the way a narcissist acts. For someone to not take accountability, it's really mind-boggling to me, guys. I don't know. They also operate out of the spirit of fear. At the end of the day, despite the temper tantrums, despite the violent behavior that they display upon their victims, they're really cowards. They really throw rocks and hide their hands, and they cover their shame and guilt out of fear of being exposed. They'll do evil things to you behind closed doors because they are afraid of being exposed as well. They may smile into the face of others. And this is not because, and if anyone has ever experienced that, if you've ever, had a relationship with someone, whether it be a family friend, love interest, coworker, and they're very narcissistic, and behind closed doors, they treat you, when you guys are by yourself, they treat you badly. And when you guys get around other people, they're very friendly towards you. This is to keep their image up. This is to draw everyone else on the outside into them. It's not because they like the other people so much better than you. And in the beginning, if you don't know any better, you would think that these people have something that you don't to make him gravitate towards them more than you. Or you may feel that he's treating them better than you. When reality is, the narcissist doesn't care about anyone but themselves, and they're constantly searching for new supply. So the only reason why they're treating these people nice is because they want to soon make them a victim one day. And they're not going to be able to do that if they're letting them, see them throw a temper tantrum on you, or, gaslight you, or not take accountability for things that they know that they've done wrong. Yeah, it'll be hard for them to get new supplies. So the same way that they threw that charm on you in order to draw you in, that's just the same thing that they're doing now. You were once on the other side. You were once one of those people that they were aiming to please and pull in because they saw the loving, nurturing side of you. So they saw someone that they could easily take advantage of. And I want to tell you guys a way to handle this situation. If you're dealing with someone like this, or if you know someone that you're close to who's dealing with someone like this. Guys, it's just, it just makes you wonder, to know that the Most High God is coming back, and to know that the world is changing and not in a good way. You would think that people wouldn't even imagine treating someone like this. And to blame that person and not take accountability is even worse. It is terrible. I had to shed light on this video today. Well, on this topic, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm seeing it too much. Guys, if you're dealing with someone like this, it explains right here in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 17. But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. Avoid such people. There you go. It says it right there in the scripture. It named all the characteristics and ways of the narcissist, and it said to avoid such people. The Most High does not want you associating yourself with narcissists, because they're being operated through demonic spirit. Meaning that they have no love and remorse for their victim. So even thinking that you can come to some sort of reasoning with this person is ridiculous, because it's not going to happen. I can understand maybe the first couple of times you know, well, maybe this is just how they act. Maybe things will change, or no. And guys, I don't care if it's not valid, okay? If this person is treating you bad in other ways, and they're not willing to take accountability, sit down with you as an adult, have a conversation about it, come to some type of, understanding, some closure. No, you cut them off as well. They're still a narcissist. Lovers of money. People who just only want to use you when they want something from you. When they want a monetary gain. That's all they care about. And if you hold that resource, that's all they want to be around you for. They're using you. In the midst of them getting what they want, they're treating you very badly. They're draining you. They're trying to confuse your mind, confuse your spirit, pull you away from the Most High. See, this is all because, like I said before in a couple of my previous videos, Satan doesn't have a body. Neither does his minions. They have to have someone to operate through, or something like some type of object to attach themselves to. Perfect example, electronic device. Our phone, our computers, our televisions are open portals. That's why we have to be careful what we watch. And guys, I just can't express enough how sometimes you have people that are in the midst of a narcissist. And you try to help them. And they don't listen. They disregard you. They may even say you're jealous. Guys, this is because they're narcissists as well. A lot of people that are around the narcissist, they haven't realized that they've been indoctrinated by the narcissist to become one as well. Because now the narcissist has manipulated and conditioned them to believe other things. In the midst of this, they're trying to make them believe other things about other people to keep them away from them, because these would be the people that already know about the narcissist, who already knows who they are. This is when they play those type of games. If they know that you know their dark side, and it's a good chance that you could expose them to the person, to their new supply, then they're going to tell their new supply bad things about you to keep you guys from forming some type of relationship. You know, it's not like you're trying to form a relationship with them. You're just trying to, inform them about something. But that would still be some type of relationship still, I guess you could say. And it's not like you guys would be hanging out or anything, but you're just trying to let them know. Well, they don't want that. And it could be someone that you care about, and you just don't want them to be taken advantage of. It could be someone that you already know, but the narcissists have told them something about you to make them no longer want to associate themselves with you anymore. They may call you crazy, things like that. And this is because you no longer want to accept the abuse. You can no longer be manipulated. Guys, this is happening a lot. I am seeing it a lot. It kind of made me think about the video clip that I played when the young lady was asking her girlfriend for a hug after she had supposedly, had allegedly slapped her. I don't want to say, all things on this video, guys, are allegedly, and it's for spiritual educational purposes. But, she was asking her for a hug, and it made me think about how Satan wanted, he wanted to take God's place, but he also wanted to be accepted by him, but only in order to take his place. And it's just how, she slapped her girlfriend and then she asked her for a hug. It's like she wanted to be accepted after doing something deceitful. It seems like these spirits are operating. It's like you can see the spirits that the Most High discussed in the Bible operating through people today. That's how I feel. I hope that doesn't sound crazy, but it's like the spirits from the biblical times are operating, a lot of them through the human body. Some good, some bad. That's how I feel. I really do. I've been looking at everything from a spiritual standpoint, guys. I really have. Oh, it's a lot. It really is. It's a lot to digest these days, but we will get through it. The more we learn, the more we can protect ourselves and our, loved ones. I really encourage you guys to share this video. I really would appreciate that. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Send this video to someone. I did get a report from YouTube that I have been getting my videos shared more often than before. So keep that up, guys. I really do appreciate that. I really work hard on this channel to bring important research, and I enjoy doing it because I feel that it needs to be done. There are so many evil, controlling, manipulating people out here in this world, and they study it and they practice it, and that's why they're so good at doing it. And they also have demonic spirits operating through them to help them do so. We are the children of God. We were, sorry about that, guys. We are the children of God, and we were actually born holy people. But we were also born into a world of sin. And when we let things take over like money, pride, lust, ungratefulness, just arrogance, self-control, when we let things like that, no self-control. When we let things like that take over, we're opening the door for something else. Because it's not originally us. So when we begin to think certain ways, we make room for certain things to come in. Just like when we pray to the Most High and we think positive things, we bring in the Holy Spirit. well, vice versa, you know, when we're planning to do evil towards someone, you know, it brings in demonic energies. So I hope this video helps someone. Take care of yourselves out there, guys. Make sure you are trying to develop a relationship with the Most High, and you're praying hard, and you're trying to fast. If you guys can't handle a no food fast, just do a juice fast. Do a fruit juice or vegetable juice fast. That would be something good to do. All right, I love you guys so much, and until the next video, peace and blessings.